So in the last video we did, we talked about putting the battery charger onto the side of the boat rather than where it's mounted at the moment at the back of the boat. For that we've got some old marine ply that obviously is not very straight, so we need to straighten these edges first, and then the plan is to mount the battery charger and then the battery monitor on the same bit, and then we drill some holes for the cable management, just to make it all nice and neat for when it goes on the side of the boat.
Welcome on board our family boat Kismet, the Bavaria 36, shared between myself Aaron, Dad Phil, and occasionally, on hot sunny days, my mum Julie. We hope you'll join us on our trips out of Portsmouth, sailing around the south coast and sometimes further afield. We will share with you the fun of boat maintenance and sailing in general, whilst we try not to run aground or bump into things along the way.
So the final thing we need to do now is just to cut out where the battery monitor is going to go. Okay, so we've made our cut in the wood for the battery monitor. Our plan is to Our plan is to put the battery charger here, and then the battery monitor is going to go in this cutout. Cables will go through here, and we'll mount the monitor on the front of it. Yeah. So we finished making the bracket for the battery charger and battery monitor. We're heading down to the boat today to fix that panel onto the side of the boat. We need to take all the wires out of the battery charger at the moment, which is in the back of the boat. All the cables run from the middle cabin to the back. They're not fixed down, so we should just be able to pull them out and then rewire it into the battery charger. Battery charger will be then mounted to the bracket. We're not going to be using screws or nails to fix it onto the side of the boat, because if we do that we're going to make holes in the side of the boat and we'll be able to see sea, which won't be good and it won't be weather tight. So we just need to use an adhesive to bond it onto the sides, and then, yeah, once we've rewired it, it should be job done. So what we need to do first is disconnect the battery charger from the batteries. So we just need to undo a few bolts, and then it'll be safe to work on.
So for the next part of this job, the mattress will need to be taken up, which will reveal the 3 cubby holes underneath the bunk. This is where all the cables will run under the boat. We'll just need to untangle them from the rest of the cables and bring them forwards to the main cabin. So the beige looking tank on the right there is our hot water tank, and then the big black tank that I'm sitting above is our diesel tank. It's leaking a little bit here, so we just first need to get lots of kitchen roll and plug it up as much as we can. Once that's done, we just need to clean off the cables as they've been sitting in the bottom of the boat, so some of them are a little dirty. Then once that's done, start rewiring. So this is trip number 3 now, down to the boat in 3 weeks. The first week we wanted to measure up the size of the battery charger so that we could make a mount for it, which we have done. And then the second week we came down, we stripped all the wires from the back of the boat. So now we have this huge mess of red and black wires. The final thing we now need to do is move the mains cable, which is this blue one that still runs all along the bunks. That needs to be moved back into here. So we need to pull that all out and then shorten the cables. And then once we've shortened all the cables, we can mount the battery charger onto the mount, wire it all in, and then glue it in place. We're just going to see where this mains cable comes from. So it runs under here and then runs back into this mess of cables. So I think the easiest thing to do would be pull it through from the other sides, because we're not going to get down there basically. Through to the bunk. Okay, we have our mains cable now pulled through. Next thing to do, as our battery monitor is still on, we need to disconnect this and then we can rewire it round. So let's disconnect the fuse for this one. So it's now off. We've got some. So this now wants to go back through here, round and up through this hole, and then to the battery monitor where we're going to mount it. That's it. Yep, take it. Cool, that's tight. Cool, just threads on. So we've just come up on deck so that we can drill the holes through for the cables, so that when they're slotted in, they look nice and neat basically. Perfect. So another issue we've just come across is this back plate is actually higher than the side mount basically. So when this is bolted on like so, the bracket and the nut is taller than this, so when we put it against the back of the boat it's going to rock and not sit still. So what we need to do is open up the sides of these, just open them up so that it lies flatter, and then shave off a bit of the back screw. Looks a bit better. We've got a little bit of the bolt coming up. There we go. So you just need to, I want to go through there, and 2 reds and a black on them ones.
just wait to see.
All we need to do now, put in the fuse, and then hopefully the battery monitor will come on. Nope. There we go. So final job on this is just to plug it all back in now. So I just need to strip some cables back and then screw them in.